Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome one, welcome all to more Trials of Innocence. It's been a while because last week I had to cancel it because of I had to cancel Tuesday because of a headache, and then Thursday, by the time stream would have started, I was at Madcap's house. I got home from our mod trip yesterday, and I'm back into the swing of work already, because of course the grind doesn't stop for anyone, right? That's how it works, right? The grind never stops. You can take a break once in a while, but you gotta get right back onto that grind. And I may be talking about work, but you could apply that to anything. You could apply that to you could apply that to writing, to homework, to your homework if you have any. Close that giveaway. Copy. No basta. Okay, so a new one is started. So you guys can start the giveaways. So I do have to address the elephant. I should probably address the elephant in the room of Trials of Innocence was taken off of. It was taken down on Steam due to a DMCA claim. But I did Google it, and the giveaway should still be fine. The Steam key should still work, and if they don't, I'll figure something else out. Because, God, but they should still, the Steam keys that I have still should work. And I can still play the game, so we're fine. So, anyways, also, I want to address the upcoming schedule. So I posted it only in the Discord, solely because Paintil Sai was being a pain in the butt to me last night. I don't know, I haven't tried it since. So, like I said, tonight it's Trials of Innocence. Tomorrow is Heart Gold till Silver. Not the Soul Link Nuzlocke was random. That's gonna start next week, Tuesday. But it's gonna be kind of my randomizer that I do on the side. Kind of just, I feel like it's important for me to do it too, because for me personally, it's the fact that I have never gotten past like the 6th gym badge in Heart Gold. So I think Random and I agreed to only do Johto for now, and then Kanto if we're feeling it for now. So I believe that's the idea. So then, yeah, Thursday will be some Trials of Innocence, and then Saturday, because they're nerds, normies, none of the moderators will be available Saturday, so we're gonna be starting the Genshin Impact Nuzlocke that you guys unlocked during the subathon. I believe that was the 10 sub goal. No, it's the 15. I still have to do the animal mascot thing, but I will definitely get that going probably sometime this week. So, anyways, let's just shut up and play, you know? See, hi, I'm done here. Also, I have new emotes. I totally forgot to say that. Got new emotes. New animated ones, because I don't have standard ones. So let's load game. Whew. Finally, it's about to begin. When I took this case, I never thought it would last 2 days. Lena got up early as ever and arrived at the courtroom first, probably because she doesn't want to keep her sister waiting. Fortunately, compared to yesterday when I knew nothing about the case, I now have a loyal helper. But boss! Hi, everybody. This is my client, Wolfgang Caulfield. Speak of the devil. I'm counting on you for everything today. Yeah, we did not. Yeah, I guess so. He suddenly became so cooperative. It's a bit hard to get used to. Please trust me. I'm truly innocent, Wolf. I know. We confirmed that yesterday. But the current evidence is still against you. Today's trial can't allow any mistakes. Understood. I'll shout my support from the mountaintops for you. It'll be better if you just stay quiet in the defendant's seat. You can go and proclaim your freedom on the mountaintops later, okay? That's how it works here. Hey, Lena. Lena? Whoa! Why are you scaring me? This time, I won't be startled by you in return. Speaking of which, what do you think about today's trial, Chief? The key point is another person who was at the scene when the incident occurred. But we still don't have enough evidence to identify this person. What? Really? But the Otaku yesterday gave us a super cool device. As long as we use that variety lance, no one can lie in front of us. Naive. Even a police certified lie detector using it in court requires complex verification process. Not to mention this mysterious thing. Moreover, if we bring something that looks like a weapon into the courtroom, it will definitely be confiscated as a dangerous item. What? Is that so? Regarding the assumption of the truth in this case, I do have some ideas, but the opponent is her. The more crucial moment, the more curious I need to be. Also, I have a subtle sense that the night demon curse shrouding this village is a way more complicated than we imagine. Anyways, I believe in you, Chief. Keep your pace and fight with Sis till the end. Is she calling me old again? God, he's in his 30s. The trial for the college student Wolfgang Caulfield, accused of murder in Nightfall Valley, is now reconvened. Defense lawyer Charlie Drake is ready. Prosecutor Stella Ray is also ready. What? What? Oh, sorry. I'm just not used to the prosecution behaving normally all of a sudden. So, yesterday's trial, the defense has proven the possibility of a presence of a third party at the scene. I wonder if both sides have any new discoveries in yesterday's investigation. Before we proceed, I want to submit a piece of evidence. The function of the sunglasses with the electronic component is now clear. It's a military-grade portable night vision goggles designed to be ordinary sunglasses for emissions convenience. Okay. Night vision? So they are night vision goggles. That's a bit surprising. Your Honor, please allow me to explain. The so-called night vision goggles are equipment that used to activate illumination and infrared lights detected from the target to enable observation at night. If I put them on, I could punch a hole in Mr. Drake, even in total darkness. Oh, I see. Why does such a strange metaphor make it easier to... For the sake of my safety, these night vision goggles must not fall into Prosecutor Ray's hands. a question. If it's a military device, but there is a record of its purchaser? Unfortunately, the investigation revealed that both the night vision goggles and the military dagger came from the black market. In other words, even a college student like the defendant could obtain them with little effort. Perhaps the defendant brought the night vision goggles to the scene to auxiliary tool to ensue a smooth operation at night.
Objection.
Prosecution refrain from arbitrary defining of the evidence. As we discussed yesterday, its owner is more likely to be the victim. Objection sustained. These fancy words mean nothing. I wasn't planning on dip deeply into these goggles anyways. Yesterday, Mr. Drake claimed that the defendant lacked a motive for the crime. Today, the prosecution will punch hardly into this session and completely defeat the defense. Oh, does the prosecution have a new witness to summon? Shut up! Don't interrupt me! Yes. Well, here we go again. Feels like the courtroom has turned into a boxing ring. Again. Please summon the granddaughter of the village chief, the innocent and naive country girl, Annie Lemon. Even in courtroom, she has to bring a lemon tea basket and a complete set of tea utensils. Witness, what are you doing? As you can see, brewing tea. The lemon tea is a specialty of our village, delicious and beneficial to the health. I just heard a lot of talk in the lobby. I thought some might be thirsty, so I brewed a pot of lemon tea. What a kind and lovely girl. The judge absolutely wants some tea, I bet. Mr. Beard, please. Oh, is it for me? Ah, it smells so good. I'm sorry. To the beautiful lady called prosecutor, please don't be angry. It's not good for your health. Would you like some lemon tea? Thank you. Well, facing Annie, even Prosecutor Ray gets peaceful. Mr. Lawyer, Sis Luna, and all the ladies and the gentlemen in the audience, there's still plenty of lemon tea here. If anyone who wants to drink, feel free to come here and get some. Thanks to her, the atmosphere just turned from a boxing ring to a tea party. Woohoo! Tea party. It's my first time to a place called a courtroom. I don't know what I should do. Don't be nervous. Just do as I say. First, state your name and occupation. My name is Annie Lemon, and my grandpa is the village chief of Lemon Village. I have never left the village, so I guess I don't have an occupation? Good. What do you know about the defendant Wolfgang Colliford? He's a very interesting guy. He came to our village on the 19th. He told me a lot about the outside world. Then, did you tell him anything about the victim, Eller Garanado? When we had dinner together, I might have mentioned it a bit. Please testify about this part. This is the first time I heard about it. I wonder what Prosecutor Ray is up to. Before the incident, Wolfgang and I had dinner together. It was then I told him that Mr. Galliano had an argument with Dr. Vincent. I'm wondering if Wolfgang thought Mr. Galliano was a bad guy and wanted to stand up for our village. Am I a bad girl? Maybe I shouldn't have casually talked about the village with outsiders. Later, he said he wanted to see the moon at night, but I told him not to go out. It would have been better if he had listened. Wait, are you saying that the victim had an argument with the village doctor? Yes. Several days ago, Mr. Galliano came to my home. It seems like he wanted to talk to Grandpa about something, and at that time, Dr. Vincent was also there. Their conversation was difficult for me to understand, so I stayed in my room. Later, I heard them seemingly quarreling, and I was worried that they might fight, so I rushed to stop them. This has escalated to a point of physical fighting. Annie, the contents of their argument is critical. Could you recall it? I only heard a little and didn't quite understand what it meant. It was something like, you ignorant village doctor. The village chief said he would consider it. Why are you interfering? And are you a money slave? Don't you deserve to be a do you even deserve to be a scientist or something like that? Order! Order. This is indeed very important testimony. Please add it to your testimony. I might actually have to add that to the test. Anyways, Annie's testimony has mentioned. Hold on. My hair is in my way, and I am not dealing with it right now. Just need to put it up quickly. Heat wave, man. What are you gonna do? Should get like a hair tie, but I don't have one in here quickly. Or do I? Did I throw all this paper around? No, it's not. Fuck. I'd have to go into the bathroom, I think. We should be fine. Okay. I should be good. For now. Heroism inspired college student wanting to stand up for the villagers is not surprising at all. But in this way, the village doctor who had an argument with the victim also created a motive for committing a crime, didn't he? Nonsense. Having a motive is one thing, but having the opportunity to commit the crime is another. Please think about it with your hands. There is a double security for the villagers, a surveillance camera and a curfew. No villager could have crossed these two barriers and appeared at the crime scene in the middle of the night. Although prosecutors raised arguments to make sense, how am I supposed to use my hands to think about it? Try to think about it with my hands. I don't think that worked. Indeed, apart from the defendant, there hasn't been anyone with the opportunity to commit this crime. Defense, please proceed with your questioning.
Wait a sec.
Miss Lemon, don't blame yourself. Your kindness is evident to all of us. You only spoke the truth. No one would consider you a bad child because of that. Thank you, Mr. Lawyer. Exactly. Such an honest girl like you could never be bad. Good job, Chief. You convinced the judge in an instant. Idiots. We're unintentionally digressed. Let's get back on track.
Wait a sec.
Did he say it while having dinner? I'm so hot. Beauty of being a VTuber. Can just take my shirt off. No one cares. Yes, Wolfgang said that the moon would be beautiful that night. That he had to see it. So did he mention that he would go ahead at midnight to admire the moon, or should I ask your details here? Because our village has a curfew rule, I was worried he might encounter the night demon outside.
Wait a sec.
It's the night demon you mentioned, like a giant serpent with wings? Yes, that's what the villagers say about it, though I've never seen it. Well, what? There is such a thing as a crime scene? Prosecutor Ray, why is this not included in the investigation report? It's very common that an unrealistic legend circulates in a secluded village like this. The police didn't find any traces of a giant serpent at the scene, so the so-called night demon is just a superstition. I see. I was actually thinking of taking my grandson to see such a creature one day. Then he would say, "Thanks, Grandpa," in the stomach of the night demon. But I believe in the existence of the night demon. The villagers seem to firmly believe in the existence of the night demon, but it's still unclear whether it relates to this case. They have mentioned it way too many times, man. Should I ask something else? Of course not. Everyone in the village knows that something terrible would happen if you go out at night.
Wait a sec.
What terrible thing would happen? Well, although I've never been out at night, I believe the night demon would drain our souls.
Objection!
Mr. Drake, are you trying to bring the bizarre rule miss into the courtroom? Well, why can't a miss be related to the case? You never know. Like what? Are you suggesting that the victim died because of demons strained his soul? No, I'm not. And he died from falling. Then stop talking nonsense. Chief, maybe we should avoid talking about the night demon. It seems our country's courtroom doesn't fancy this topic. Name a country's courtroom fancying it if you can. Japanifornia. But Luna's right. There's no benefit in getting entangled with the demon. I especially looked out the window that night, and it was pitch black as usual, with no moon in sight.
Wait a sec.
Why did you look out the window? Wolfgang said the moon that night would be beautiful, so I wanted to see it too. He was probably referring to the supermoon that night. Before going to sleep, I especially looked out the sky to the window, but it was pitch black outside, and I didn't see anything. Lemon Village is located in a valley surrounded by houses and forests. It's not normal to see the moon. That's true, but it can't be pitch black outside the window, right? Indeed. It does seem interesting. I got information of the night sky and moonlight by chance. Is it related to the case? What else should I add?
Wait a sec.
Why were you having dinner together? Because Wolfgang was a guest in the village. Grandpa's not very agile, so I took care of it on his behalf. Can you really handle treating every guest like this all the time? Lemon Village is not regular to tourist attraction. There are no restaurants. The villagers, the Wolfgang Caliphate who came to visit was like a guest. It's only natural to treat him to a meal. Well, yes, we just started questioning, and Sis has already gotten angry. If the lawyers were to visit my home, I would definitely treat you to a hearty feast of fists. I would never go for my whole life.
Wait a sec.
Can you repeat the specific contents of the argument? Okay, Mr. Gagnon said, "You ignorant village doctor. The village chief said he would consider it. Why are you interfering?" And Dr. Vincent said, "Are you a money slave? Do you even deserve to be a scientist?" And something like that. Then you went out to stop them. Yes, because I was afraid they might fight. Although Annie usually looks quiet and obedient, it seems she's quite brave in critical moments.
Wait a sec.
Why do you think that? Did Wolfgang Caliphate tell you something? No, he didn't say anything about it, but he seems to take it to heart. He probably just wanted to show off in front of you. Boys at that age usually are naive. They believe they would become the embodiment of justice to punish the bad guys. But you also keep saying, "I'll punch you to dust with the iron fist of justice." During yesterday's trial, the defendant admitted that he had sought trouble with the victim. This motive is ridiculous, but logical. Tisk, there's really no room for a rebuttal.
Objection.
Miss Lemon, you just mentioned that it was pitch black outside the window on the night of the incident, right? Yes? Lemon Village is not a metropolitan. It's natural not to see anything without the street lights. I doubt that. Okay. Besides artificial lights, there are natural blessings that guide us in the darkness. You mean exactly. I'm referring to the moon and the stars in the night sky.
Objection!
I could have been cloudy on the night of the incident, so it's not a problem at all.
Objection.
Please take a look at the weather report from the night of the incident, which you presented in court yesterday, Prosecutor Ray. The report states that it was clear and cloudless on the night in the Nightfall Valley that night with high visibility. Furthermore, even the footage captured by the camera in the moon in the sky visible clearly. What? Good job, Chief. But what's the point? Miss Lemon, I know you're hiding something, but I have to make this issue clear. On the night of the incident, did you really look outside the window? If not, why did you lie to us? But I absolutely did. There was really nothing. Every word in the evidence shows that. Even if you couldn't see the moon due to obstruction of the houses and forests, the scene outside of the window should have never been pitch.
Objection!
The defense is making a fuss over irrelevant details. It's ridiculous. Perhaps the witness just didn't look carefully enough and made a mistake in her memory.
Objection.
If she didn't look carefully, why would she say it in front of so many people? The objection of the prosecution is unreasonable. Since you're so sure, Mr. Drake, tell us your brilliant theory. Why would the witness lie? Well... She didn't. She didn't! Indeed, it's an undeniable contradiction. I don't really see Annie has any reason to lie. I didn't lie. I didn't see anything that night. Look at that double-faced man lawyer and made an adorable girl cry. How innocent and kind the girl is. The lawyer is surely despicable. I've never seen a more shameless man. Does a vulture deserve to be a lawyer? Order! Order! Uh-oh, the entire courtroom is against me now. Chief, was it necessary to be so harsh on Annie? Even I can't stand the United... I even can't stand on the United Front with you on this. Mr. Drake, since you're insisting that the witness is lying, can you explain to the courtroom the reason? Well... I want to continue questioning, but in such an atmosphere, I definitely would be burned to ashes by the audience with one more word. Rack your brains, huh? The prosecution believes such a trivial matter is not worth discussing. Annie's testimony is more than sufficient to establish the motive of the defendant. Come on, I need to change the topic. The evidence submitted by the defense yesterday merely suggests the possibility of a third party. However, if we rule out the outsiders, the villagers have no way to leave the village without being caught on camera. All your words are in vain. Avoiding the camera is not possible. I was just trying to gather more information before putting forward the way of avoiding the camera. Well, these tricks won't work, especially since I'm up against Prosecutor Ray. Don't think you can delay any longer with bluff. It's just a waste of time. Your Honor, I believe there's no need to continue questioning her anymore. What should we do, Chief? She's pressuring the judge to verdict. Although the contradictions in the witness testimony are puzzling, I don't see any relevance to the case. I don't see any relevance to this case. Currently, the surveillance footage at the village entrance is the strongest alibi for all villagers. Since the defense can't refute this claim, I'm ready to proceed with the verdict for...
Wait a sec.
Your Honor, defense believes that there is another possibility to discuss. Huh? Are you here to say that you found a way to bypass the camera? Yeah, by going under it. Yes. Although it might be slightly different from bypassing. The police investigation reports denies the means to bypass the camera while leaving the village. If your way is not feasible, the court will impose a severe punishment on you. Understood. It'll be fine. I hope. Look, I got this. I'm Charlie Drake and I'm fine! There we go. A little court steel, baby. To prevent the defense from bluffing, I'll add more to the punishment. I've never seen such a severe punishment before. Chief, please don't make any mistakes. Well, even my hands are trembling. I better hide them under the table so Luna won't notice. So, defense, what's the method to bypass the camera at the village entrance and leaving the village? The method to bypass the camera at the village entrance and leave the entrance is actually very simple. Although the cameras don't have blind spots, there are significant blind time. Alter Lemon once mentioned that the activation of the time of the camera perfectly aligns with the curfew, which means there wouldn't be any recorded footage if entering or exiting the village out of the curfew hours. Yes, exactly. If someone leaves the village before curfew and waits outside until dawn, and enters the village after 8 a.m. when the curfew is lifted, he could quietly conceal his nighttime activities. Therefore, the defense argues that the prosecution's claim that all villagers have alibis is unattainable. What? Order. Huh? But we absolutely are not allowed to leave the village at night. Although it's hard to believe, the possibility given by the defense cannot be ignored. Chief, good job! But spending the whole night in the wilderness sounds a bit far-fetched. The premise of our defense is that the killer is someone else, and this person does not appear in the footage. After excluding all impossibilities, the only remaining possibility is the truth. This is the basic logic of deduction. But Chief, does the killer really hide among the villagers? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure about the identifying the suspect just yet. It just seems like I have to take it step by step. Your Honor, the defense requested to examine all key witnesses about the activities throughout the day of the incident. If we wanted to find out whether someone left the village during the day and didn't return all night, this is the best way indeed. What about the prosecution's opinion? Regarding the defense's position, the prosecution also believes it's worth discussing. Huh? However, Your Honor, if the defense questioning doesn't yield any substantial progress, continuously questioning multiple villagers in court is a very time-consuming, so therefore we want to propose a condition. If the defense's questioning doesn't lead to any breakthroughs, Your Honor, you should render a verdict immediately. Due to the victim's unique identity, the court seeks to reach a swift verdict to provide clarity for the relevant authorities. To avoid further delays in the trial, I believe the prosecution's suggestion is reasonable. Chief, could the condition proposed by Sis be a trap? You should object to it. When I brought it up as a possibility, Prosecutor Ray didn't show any of the slightest hints of surprise, which means she's still in control of everything in the trial. Perhaps she has already investigated the villagers' activities that day and set up the trap for us. Even if I wanted to object, the judge and the entire court would have been convinced by her words just now. Then what can we do? I have no route to retreat whatsoever. If it were a boxing ring, I would have already been pushed into a corner. Your sister Stella Ray is a formidable and even terrifying opponent indeed. However, defense, how do you think? The defense accepts the prosecution's condition. Very well. However, as attorneys, we bear the interest of even the life of our client. When necessary, we must be prepared to take risks, even if we know that lions lie ahead. The villagers relevant are Annie Lemon, Alter Village, and Vincent Lemon. One of them is already on the witness stand. Let's start with her. So, young lady, please state your actions in the day of the incident. Understood. At noon on the day of the incident, Wolfgang arrived at the village carrying a large backpack. Grandpa was a veteran, so he told me to receive him. Hold on, my voice is sore a little bit. That's what happens when you sing in the car for 4.5 hours. You know? And that was yesterday! And then I told him the guest room, which was next to it. Then I took him to the guest room, which was next to Mr. Ganiando's. By the way, I saw a beautiful painting hanging outside of Dr. Vincent's house on the way. The sky and the city and the painting were splendid, and there were lovely moons. Oh wait, I have the evidence for that. After that, I went back to take care of Grandpa until Wolfgang came for dinner. Once the curfew started, I stayed by Grandpa's side and didn't leave the house anymore. Sorry, something felt weird. The testimony seems to be ordinary, so no one can directly prove that Miss Lemon was still in the village before curfew. But I never saw of going out during the curfew. How could I?
Objection!
Hey, you! Will you stop offending the young girl with such a despicable language? Are you planning to accuse her of murder? What? I didn't do anything. No, Miss Lemon. I have no intention of accusing you. I just want to confirm the situation. Is that so? Of course. Oh my, I fell for Prosecutor Ray's tricks again. To avoid any more annoying the crowd in the courtroom, I need to be extremely careful when questioning Annie. Defense, you may proceed with your questioning. And do not defend.
Wait a sec.
Could you describe the painting in detail? In this painting...
Objection!
The police didn't find any paintings at the scene. This topic is irrelevant to the case. Objections. Huh? But I really like that painting. Mr. Beard, can't I talk about it? Yes, you can. I guarantee with this gravel that you can say whatever you want. Whatever. The judge definitely prepared to say objections abstained just now. It should be a night scene in the painting. Various colorful spots with round things hanging in the sky. I suppose those are the legendary moons. Wait a minute. Isn't there only one moon? How can there be many round things? Well, because it's... Yeah? There's only one moon in the sky? I've never been out at night. I thought there were many moons. Chief, you shattered Annie's wonderful fantasy. How long could such a fantasy be sustained? And then again, what kind of painting did she see indeed?
Wait a sec.
So from the afternoon until dinner that day, you stayed at your own house. Yes, Grandpa had been bedridden lately, and there are many things that only I can help him with. I couldn't leave casually. What a nice granddaughter. I sense a hint of envy in the judge's words. It seems that the village chief is the strongest alibi of Annie, so it may not be meaningless to suspect her. It might be meaningless to suspect her. You were doubting her?
Wait a sec.
Did you not leave when fetching water, or taking out trash, or going to the toilet? Because we couldn't leave the house at night, we developed the habit of finishing all the tasks before curfew. As for the toilet, well, there is one inside our house.
Objection!
Witness, you don't have to answer such a private question. Objection sustained. Mr. Drake, your questioning is too personal. Agreed. Why is everyone suddenly attacking me? Because you're the protagonist of a lawyer game. Get used to it, bucko. Well, it doesn't seem that no doubt she never left the house during curfew.
Wait a sec.
Are you sure that he arrived at Lemon Village at noon on the 19th? Yes, I'm sure. We don't have many visitors in our village, and it's even rare to see someone about my age. For the witness, having a young visitor is like a festival. How could she remember it's wrong? What were you doing before he arrived? I was brewing medicine for Grandpa. The smell of medicine was awful, so I added some lemon tea in it secretly. Are you sure it's okay to randomly add things to a prescription? Needless to say, I don't think that's a really good idea, Annie. Just saying, Annie. I know you want it to taste better, but don't just put lemon tea and stuff, okay?
Wait a sec.
Why were you so happy? Because I had never left Nightfall Village since birth. I've only seen the outside world in comics and on TV. Wolfgang seemed to know a lot, and just the thought of hearing so many fresh stories made me very happy. Is your impression of the defendant, Wolfgang Cauliflower, is that he is, quote, very knowledgeable? Yes, it's like they say in the books, refined and cultured. Out of all the adjectives I know, those are probably the most opposite of him. When mentioning the wolf guy, Annie becomes talkative. But if I had to live in a remote village like her, oh God, I can't imagine it. Luna, you would never leave your fucking house. Given a computer and internet access, you can live anywhere. Amen.
Wait a sec.
It was you who took him to the guest room? Yes, he initially wanted to set up a tent in the square, but there was still a guest room left, so I took him there. Setting up a tent in the village does seem to be the guy's style. While you were talking to him in the guest room, was there anything noteworthy, like encountering the victim or the other villagers? It was during lunch break, so everyone was probably resting, but...
Wait a sec.
When you say Dr. Vincent's house, are you referring to the village clinic? Yes, it seems like he hung up a painting by the window. I saw it when passing through the square. The window. I've been to that square several times, but I don't recall seeing anything hanging on the clinic's window. The police didn't find any paintings inside or outside the clinic during the search. But I did see it. So Miss Lemon witnessed a disappearing painting? How could something just disappear for out of no reason? Chief? Could Annie mistake something else for a painting? This point is interesting. I wonder if I have any evidence resembling a beautiful painting. If I show it to her, maybe she'll remember something.
Objection.
I just didn't know what statement to press until I read that. Miss Lemon, is this what you call the beautiful painting? Ah, yes, that's what I saw. Oh, isn't this this is a world famous masterpiece, although the material of the canvas is a bit peculiar. It's Van Gogh's famous work, Starry Night. After his second mental breakdown, he drew the mad yet beautiful night sky as he saw in the Saint Remy de Provence, Harlem. I didn't expect Prosecutor Ray to have such an artistic taste. But that's not my point. Your Honor, rather than saying the canvas is a unique material, it's more accurate to say that this is not a painting at all. Oh, why? The actual purpose of this evidence is a tablecloth. During our search, it was placed in the clinic of Lemon Village, which is also the residence of Dr. Vincent. I see. Because Miss Lemon mentions a painting on the wall, we assume that its material was paper. Therefore, this painting didn't disappear. It was simply put back on the table by its owner. Oh, I see. Great, Chief. We finally found a contradiction. So, what does the defense want to demonstrate with the tablecloth? Well... God, can we just appreciate the music again of this game? God, I love it so much. It's possible that the village doctor just took it down the tablecloth to decorate the window temporarily. Or the tablecloth was wet and hung outside to dry. No matter what the reason is, it has no relevance to this case. And why did I pick it up as evidence? You won't tell us that this tablecloth is a murder weapon, will you? No, I'm not. But you do have a very active imagination. But what if she's right? Like, just think about it for a second. What if she's right? What if it was the murder weapon? Your Honor, I can no longer tolerance of the defense and request an immediate halt to questioning of this witness. Ugh. Well, my information gathering seems to be at an end. A night sky without a moon and a tablecloth that has changed positions. Since I can't figure out what they mean yet, I'll just observe and see how it unfolds. The court believes that the witness testimony has failed to prove her connection to the case. The defense has not obtained any valuable information. To save the time, the prosecution may summon the next witness. The next witness came here yesterday. I request the defense to finish the questioning ASAP. The witness who came here yesterday. It must be him, right? I finally find the hidden boss in the game. But why do I have to come up again? Excuse me? Gah! My bad! Since she is your biggest hidden boss, isn't she? Skip the name and occupation. You heard the trial just now. Please state your actions in the day of the incident immediately. My actions that day? What does that have to do with the case? Hurry up! Gah! Yes, I'm sorry! I feel so sorry for him. I don't. I don't want to testify. Do you suspect me? At noon on the 19th, I went to Dr. Vincent's house to drink. Then I fell asleep because I was too sleepy. When I woke up, Gia! It was already 10 p.m. It was pitch black outside, and the curfew has already started. So Dr. Vincent and I watched a new release together. By the time we finished, it was already 2 a.m. A perfect alibi, right? Not really. It does sound like a perfect alibi, but I have a question. Please go ahead. You mentioned a new release earlier. A new release of what? Well, you don't live in the city. Don't you live in the city? How come you don't know that? He's an otaku. So the new release he's talking about should be the latest Japanese anime. While the imagination of the Japanese artist may have its merits, their art style is far comparable to the classics. Hey, don't criticize my second realm like that. I don't have time to discuss it with you. The two remaining villagers both have clear alibis. That's what matters. Tisk, if they stayed in the house all night, the situation would be very unfavorable for me. It seems that Prosecutor Ray anticipated this situation and set up a trap. Defense, struggle with all your might and corner yourself to a den. I still don't quite understand what you're talking about. Anyways, the defense may begin the questioning. Your Honor, don't worry about it.
Wait a sec.
Pitch black. Are there no streetlights outside your house?
Objection!
Are you an idiot? The villagers are preferred going out at night. Why? What's the use of streetlights? Forget it. Her words are indeed correct, but there seems no need to object. By the way, just out of curiosity, what is the new release you were watching? Ha! Finally! Uh-oh, seems like I asked the wrong question. The new release we watched was Magico Sago, the super popular anime recently. It's amazing. The plot twists and turns keep us on edge out of our seats. Oh, and that round-faced little lolly with the crossbow hunts down demons with his 4 other girls. Why does that kind of sound like the world's bad time before my flames? Except for without a crossbow. Just thinking about it gets my blood boiling. This is a true masterpiece, you know. A masterpiece.
Objection!
Thank you, Sir Prosecutor Ray. Enough! Shut up! If you want to express your opinion so badly, find an online forum after the trial. Ugh! It's the first time I find prosecutors or Ray's slamming so pleasant. You're the one who asked, you dumbass!
Wait a sec.
Are you sure it was 2 a.m. after you finished the anime? Of course! I double-checked the clock. The clock? You mean the clock on the wall in the clinic? Yes, that's the only one in the clinic. I checked the computer's time. It was also 2 o'clock. There's no mistake about it. You didn't have a watch or a phone with you. Nope. I thought I was just going next door for a drink. Who knew I would end up sleeping so long? Since you didn't plan to stay long, why was there an anime available at on Dr. Vincent's computer? Did you prepare it in advance? Oh, bro, you know nothing about my great job. I set up a hard drive at home and shared all the files on the village server. Anyone with a computer in the village can watch anime anytime. Otherwise, how could I survive these long nights of curfew? Wow, that's amazing. Can you share those files with our office? Sure, I'll create a remote login for you later. Hey, Luna, are you the one you're the one who lives in the city?
Wait a sec.
We're not suspecting anything. Just testify truthfully. But I really didn't do anything. If you don't trust me, bro, just take out the Verity Lance Longus and aim it at me to test it out. If I do that, I'd be immediately arrested by the bailiffs.
Wait a sec.
What time exactly? Was it around noon? Around 11:30. When Dr. Vincent came over, I looked at the time specifically. Did Vincent Lemon take initiative to invite you? Yes, my dad usually forbids me from drinking. But generous, Dr. Vincent often invites me over for a drink when he has new stock. Do you often drink like this? Not really. Dr. Vincent is a doctor, so he's always lecturing me about the dangers of drinking too much. By the way, how much did you drink? Well, he didn't drink much. It was mainly me who was drinking. About 3 or 4 bottles. Jesus Christ, dude! 3 or 4 bottles of beer? Yep. Of course, if I drank 3 or 4 bottles of Chinese liquor, I would have been dead. If it's beer, that's not a very large amount. I mean, I guess I can't really complain. No, because I don't drink beer. I go for the wine. And 3 or 4 glasses of wine is a lot. To be fair, the most I've ever drank in one night was about 3/4 of a bottle of wine. It was New Year's Eve. Don't judge me. It was the only thing that got me through the Natlan Archon quest.
Wait a sec.
You slept from noon straight to evening? That's too long. It's only about 7 or 8 hours if you calculate it. Not long to me. Sleeping for 7 or 8 hours in daylight? Generation Z. Your Honor! Gah! But Your Honor, some people have the night shift, so they have to sleep during the day. I mean, I don't have the night shift, but... Well, he is an otaku after all. An otaku just stays holed up at home, sleeping all day and night, right? That's not an otaku. That's more like a potted plant growing on a bed. Hold on! I don't agree with her! Even the otaku stays at home all the time. We never waste our precious time on sleeping because there's such a wonderful world in computer. And why did you sleep so long that day? Well, probably because I drank beer. Well, there it is. The answer I've been waiting for. Your Honor, the defense requests that the witness included the previous statement in his testimony. Got it. Witness proceed as requested, please. Does it really matter? I don't understand the logic of lawyers. Says the one who has basically canonly played Ace Attorney. Though, to be fair, I also don't understand the logic of lawyers, and I'm a huge Ace Attorney nerd. I'm not a person who oversleeps. I slept all along, and definitely because I drank.
Wait a sec.
You slept. Oh.
Wait a sec.
Is your tolerance to alcohol low? Not really, but the night before, I stayed up all night playing games. And what's the effect of alcohol? It's not strange to sleep a little longer, right? Staying up all night is harmful to your hair. If you don't want split hair, don't learn from him. Is this talking to me? I remember that Luna also cares a lot about her hair. Sisters. However, did Alter Lemon sleep so long only because of alcohol and exhaustion?
Wait a sec.
No! Frick! I pressed! I didn't want to. I wanted to look at my evidence.
Objection.
Nailed it. Witness, do you believe that you suddenly fell asleep just due to alcohol and exhaustion? Of course. What else could it be? You should have more confidence in your alcohol tolerance and physical strengths. Because the real reason you fell asleep is that someone drugged you. Drugged? What? Defense, what do you mean? Witness, this shirt was found in your room. Did you wear it on the night you were at the clinic? Yes, I did. On the cuff on the shirt, there are traces of white stain. This is not a color that beer can have. I mean, not if you didn't try hard enough. Beer could be any color if you just try hard enough, Charlie! I mean, I don't know. I'm not a beer expert. Like I said, I drink wine. That is if I'm drinking. I don't drink often. I'm not a go. What? Order. What? How could the police overly? I feel sorry for Detective Spark. If the prosecution keeps guiding the police the investigation with preconceiving the notion of the defendant is guilty, then this sure is just a junk discarded in an irrelevant place. Is it really the police who caused the oversights? You! Same day as the murder, the witness was drugged. It's hard to believe there are related incidents. Yes, Your Honor. There's a remote mountain in this area. Even their necessary are limited. Let alone non. There's no room. Oh, absolutely authority to speak. If it wasn't him who put drugs in your beer, what else could explain the stains on your shirt? Well,
Objection!
Even if the doctor drugged the witness for an unknown purpose, as you say, that doesn't prove his connection to the case. As long as Alter Lemon woke up after the curfew and the doctor stayed inside with him, they couldn't have appeared at the cliff when the crime occurred.
Objection.
Alter Lemon woke up after the curfew. Is that really the case? The witness just said that in the clinic he could only confirm the times of the clock on the wall. So what if someone adjusted the clock during his sleep?
Objection!
But the police have already determined that the clocks in the clinics were accurate during the investigation.
Objection.
Is that so? The police investigation can only prove its accuracy at present.
Objection!
I thought you would have some amazing arguments. It's simply impossible to determine the state of that clock in the past. Although it's difficult to determine its past state, the defense can present evidence that proves the possibility that the clock in the clinics was adjusted recently. What? Oh, I didn't expect the defense to have such evidence. Chief, this seems to be thrown off balance because of the oversight in this evidence. This is our best It's our best opportunity to strike back. I know it.
Take this.
Isn't that the clock we were just discussing? Exactly. The clock itself holds the key to the problem. Your Honor, generally speaking, a wall clock remaining hanging on a wall after being brought and set to the right time, doesn't it? Yes, the clock in my office has been there for over 5 years. Since it keeps accurate, we've never taken it down. The battery life cycle is truly impressive. It has never been taken down? It seems Prosecutor Ray has already gotten to my point. Exactly. When we investigated the circular clock, there was not a speck of dust on it, indicating that it was just been wiped. Which means someone had touched the clock not long ago. Indeed, the defense cannot determine the state of the clock on the night of the incident, but the fact that the clock is spotless is highly unusual. The defense believes that it is necessary for the village doctor, Vincent Lemon, to stand in court and explain for it.
Objection!
Day and night are not just a matter of the clock. Do you think that simply adjusting the clock can reverse a day and night? Are you indicating the witness is blind? Yes, when Doctor and I were watching anime, it was pitch black outside, nothing else at all. Ah, how could it be? Pitch black. Someone just said the same thing. Therefore, the prosecution believes that the alibi provided by the Vincent Lemon and Alter Villain remains unbreakable. Order! Order! Well then, let me state my opinion. Although Prosecutor Ray's argument is reasonable, the evidence submitted by the defense makes sense either. The court believes that administering hiding effects is highly a suspicious act. To clarify the facts, it is necessary to summon the village doctor to testify. What do you both think? Perfect. Defense has no objection. No objections either. However, Your Honor, I need to clarify something. Please go ahead. Vincent Lemon is the only doctor in the entire village, and he is busy every day. Although he received an invitation to attend this court as a spectator, he is not present today. Oh, so where is he now? The prosecution anticipated the current situation, so we sent someone to pick him up a half an hour ago. It'll take some time to get here. I understand. In that case, the court will adjourn for 20 minutes. The prosecution should ensure the witness is present timely. Phew! We finally get a break. Nice work, Chief. The questioning today was really intense, and Sis is firing all the cylinders. Stop talking about your sister. She still makes me shake like a leaf. If it wasn't for the shirt tainted with Hydnopics, I don't know how badly she would defeat me. Let's take time to discuss the case again. I still find it hard to believe. Is the culprit of Mr. Gagnano really someone of the villagers? I'm afraid so. The truth is not always pleasant. Although there are defense strategies that focus on proving the defendant's innocent without caring about the real culprit, we have been far from that path now. Although the premise of proving the defendant's innocent is to establish the possibility of other people committing the crime. I hate it. Annie is such an adorable and innocent girl. Alter helped us so much during the investigation. If we have to accuse a villager as the murderer of this case, there's only one choice, right? Good way of thinking, but our choices may be more than that. Huh? There are other villagers related to the case that we haven't seen? Like Zeus Lemon or Sour Lemon or Asina Lemon, etc.? That's impossible. And are you serious about the names? Let's put it aside for now. There are some quite concerning during the trial. Chief, are you talking about Annie's testimony of not seeing the moon? I still can't tell why she would tell us a meaningless lie. Not exactly. Ever since I took on this case, I had a subtle feeling about Lemon Village. Despite the villagers simple and honest, they Once they discuss certain topics, they'll make all sorts of statements that defy common sense. Are you talking about the night demon? That's just a part of it. However, merely based on the fear of this mystical creature that no one has seen, this village can rigorously enforce the curfew. It's so weird. After all, there are educated people in the village. That makes sense. Maybe this night demon holds more undisclosed secrets. Like, it ate the moon so that Annie didn't see it. That's not what the moon-eating creature looks like. But compared to the night demon, I'm more concerned about Alter Lemon being drugged. Huh? Boss, thanks for your hard work. It's alright. He's so tall, yet his steps are surprisingly light. I overheard it from the defendant's seat just now. You mentioned that the village doctor drugged someone. It's just a possibility. It needs more evidence. He fooled me. I thought that doctor was a tough guy. Never expected him to use such underhanded methods. If you want to beat someone down, just roll up your sleeves and confront them head on. Do you know your words are quite misleading? By the way, during the recess, I can chat with him in a bit. I need to confirm something with you on the night of the incident. You're admiring the moon at the cliff, right? Of course, I repeated that many times. What was the night like? Boss, do you also have a taste for it? No, Lemon Village has no polluting factories around it, and the valley terrain is open. With the supermoon, not only was the vast starry sky clear and visible, but even the blades of grass underfoot could be seen clearly. It's just so hard to find an earthly paradise like this. I didn't be expected to be dragged in such trouble. This description does match the weather reports. Oh! Please ask me anything you want. I'll find a way to answer, even if I lose all my wolf fur. No need to go that far. By the way, you have a rich travel experience. In your opinion, is there anything strange about Lemon Village? Well, every village has its own custom and peculiarities. But when it comes to Lemon Village, the villagers in here not only believe in ghosts and gods, but also some peculiar ideas. I do have some thoughts about it. Oh, I'd like to hear it. There's 2 minutes before court session begins. Defense and defendant, please return to the courtroom at ASAP. Running out of time. Chief, I just saw this go in. Let's hurry up. With the bailiffs urging us, Luna and I hurriedly parted ways with Wolfgang Califield, each heading to our own seats. Just in that moment, Wolfgang Collier suddenly said something that left my heart unsettled for a long time. Boss, that night demon might actually exist. Okay. I'm making this a short part, but I'm sorry. My voice is sore, and I just don't want this to go I don't want it to go way too damn long tonight, because I've been super tired. Also because not gonna say anything, but bitch, you've been up for the past. You've been up. You were up until like midnight every night of the trip. Which is true, I was. Because, I mean, it's not that I find it hard to sleep when I'm not like at home or anything, but it was just like, we didn't we played games until like almost midnight, and then, I had to take, and then I took showers and stuff. Plus, like, I still have stuff to get done for like school and, not school, work and stuff tomorrow. Like getting my lunch ready for tomorrow and all that jazz. So I'm gonna call it early tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow with, I might just finish up this chapter tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling that day. We'll see how I'm feeling. So And Thursday we'll definitely be back with more Trials of Innocence, and then like I said, and then on Thursday we'll, and like I said, Thursday we'll do. Thursday we'll do more Trials of Innocence. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.